Hello, buddy. My name is LegendGamer63, and oh boy, I am so sorry for not uploading for a week. I had a few things I was working through. I wasn't in a very good place, but fortunately, everything's all good now. Tom gave me a little something to help with my as he calls them, episodes. So. Yeah, I'm really sorry about the last episode of Asagao Academy. I was not feeling it, but fortunately I am A-okay and everything's gonna be hunky-dory now. So basically we're playing Smash Bros, and Hana's using a GameCube controller, and she's playing as Kirby. Ha! You play as Kirby? What are you, a bad at video games? Why? Kirby can kind of hover for a while, but eventually he gets too full of air and has to land. Otherwise, he'd be OP. Oh. You dummy. When in doubt, down B. Down B? Wait, I forgot. What is what is Kirby's down B? Isn't that the hammer? No, that's the side B. No, right. Down B is the turning into a rock thing. In the commotion of the match, curses and deadly threats mixing with the clack of controllers, nobody was listening to what Nick was saying. The key to getting someone to hear you in this commotion seemed was shouting their name at the beginning of your sentence. Gerard! Satch! I frowned as my pink little blob fell back onto the map following Nick's advice. I hit down B. A cloud appeared around my pink guy and he became a rock. Excuse me, well, I do not understand, boss. What would a rock do? I repeated the move multiple times, always turning into a rock of some sort on the ground, never hurting anybody near me. And suddenly an explosion rocked the ground and Kirby flew into the air just as I hit down B. No! To my surprise, he formed a rock and fell directly into John's head. His Nario was sent flying off the screen. And died. I'm really liking this music here. 10 out of 10. Would buy official soundtrack. Hey, Gentran, how's it going, John? I'm very sorry. It didn't take long after that for me to die 5 pitiful, painful deaths. Just as my little Kirby tumbled off the screen for the 6th and final time, a small surge of pride hit me. I killed John. The Jontron! Even if by accident. Handed my controller to Mai and sat back completely satisfied. If it weren't for the fact that it was Mai's turn, I'd jump back eager to find other strategies for murdering my friends and potentially stirring up a hit list a mile long. So this was the joy of games. After playing a few rounds, the official tournament started. People played one-on-one matches against each other, slowly thinning out the competition over time. Mai went before me and was, rather unfairly, paired against Gerard. Every blow he doled out to her was, in her mind, some sort of actual physical contact, at least judging by the way she shivered when she was hit. It was... Wait, what? I'm sorry, I forgot how to English for a minute. Unsurprisingly, she died almost immediately. I was the last person to go against PBG. The others chuckled as we were past the controllers. Don't worry, Hana. PBG's the easiest of all of us. You're bound to beat him. Aw, come on, guys. Don't worry, Hana. I'll go easy on you. I forgot what PBG sounds like. I nodded as PBG picked the most level playing field, a small platform floating out in space. Oh snap, Final Destination. Well, that's the only way to play Smash Tournament. Final Destination, no items. Although, whenever I do it, I do Final Destination with no items and all the empty player slots replaced with level 9 randomized CPUs. Like, okay, the way I play Smash, boom. Final Destination, no items, randomized characters, all other empty player slots are filled with level 9 randomized CPUs. So, you know, that's the only true way to play Smash Brothers. Oh, wait, I forgot. This is, Stomp. Gotta avoid that copyrights. Go ahead and test your moves.
You're a great friend.
Oh, that's real nice of you, PBG. Yeah, real nice. Don't give me that look, Jan. I tested my moves, and while I was doing so, my hand brushed against the yellow stick. Turby did a menacing low kick, and my eyebrows raised. Wait, hold on. What did the C stick do on a GameCube controller in Smash? I legitimately do not know. Okay, well I'm cool. I'm cool. That looks powerful. Ready to go?
Yeah.
I think so. PBG charged me across the screen, and when he came close enough for me to hit, I pushed the yellow stick in his direction. He flew across the screen. My mouth fell open. PBG grit his teeth. I see how it is. No more Mr. Nice Guy then. I partially doubted that PBG had a non-nice bone in his body, but the match had begun. It was a long battle, and a surprisingly long battle. We seemed to be evenly matched. Right up until the very end, when I smashed him off the screen with Turby's hammer. I set the controller down quietly, not particularly happy about having crushed PBG in my second match ever at Stomp. PBG nodded solemnly. I guess I lost then. I don't really think so. Anyways, the next match is Shane versus Paul. PBG remained quiet for a while after that. It wasn't until the third round that he joined in again, cheering with the rest of the guys. My match rolled around, but this time it was against Gerard. This time I lost in only a few minutes. I set the controller down again, happy to no longer have responsibility over the life and death of inanimate pixels. Don't look at me like that. As I did, I saw Paul lean to whisper something to Shane, whose eyes flew wide open and then his face shut down. Over my dead body. Their eyes slid to me. I looked away. They were talking about me, weren't they? I scooted over to Mai, feeling more comfortable near her than any of the other guys. We cheered for Gerard right up until the very end, who lost to a supernaturally agile Shane, who's seemingly being fueled by the rage of 1,000 demonic toddlers. Everyone, that was a great round. Looks like we're in even better shape than last year. Well, all of us except PBG. That was uncalled for. Oh man, totally deserved. Jeez, I wonder what's gonna happen to normal boots, though. Jeez. I'm tired, so get out of my room, please. He grinned broadly, not finding anything wrong with how he summarily dismissed us. Mai and I gathered our things and left the room with the others, who, laughing and joking, dispersed all in different directions. Together we shuffled home. We fell through the doorway exhausted with barely enough energy to change into our PJs. Mai leaped onto her bed with a happy sigh. Oh, Hana, I'm so glad you came to Asagao. As if this couldn't have happened without me here. Mai shoved her face into pillow and emitted a muffled reply. Yeah, whatever you say. I fell onto my bed, staring at the rungs that kept Mai and her mattress from collapsing onto me and smothering me to death in the night. That was really fun. Video games are fun, Mai.
Really?
Yeah, really? You shuffle around on top of her bed. I mean, I thought it was okay. It was passable. I don't know if I call it super fun or anything. Also, I just like to say, you are out of energy. I will have you know, I stayed at a Smash tournament until 2:30 in the morning. Okay? Granted, I lost in the third round to some little kid. But I stayed. I am a... What? Oh. The mouse wheel can change dialogue, I guess. Whomstavelantis would have guessed?
Really?
No? I loved it. She chuckled. Seems like you found your calling. Haha, I'm sure I have. Above me, my own. I'm exhausted. Okay, sure. Smiling, I got up and turned out all light.
Good night.
Good night, Hana. Good night, Mai. As the chill weather of early spring faded and warmth stretched across Asagao, I itched to go outside. With Sachi's book in hand, I took to the streets. Since many people realized how rare this moment was, most of the usual benches and grassy spots were taken. I kept walking until I came to the soccer field. There was a practice game being held, and PBG and Jeff were running across the field. Being a skirmish, the bleachers were almost complete. Go away, they can't hurt me. Those thoughts aren't real. They're not real. Okay, well, where was I? Being a skirmish, the bleachers were completely empty. Students scattered the shiny metal seats. There was more than enough room for me. In one swift motion I practiced many times over my life. I sat down, spun my backpack onto the space next to me, and pulled out my book. I was nearly done with it. I wanted to see if I could finish it today. It was due a few days ago, so I was under pressure. Okay. How dare you? How dare you keep the book past its due date? One time I actually kept a book 7 months after its due date. And, the late fee only came out to $2, so yeah, that was good, I guess. Alright. At a pause in my reading, I looked up to watch PBG in the field. A shock of color at the base of the bleachers caught my eye. Looked like some kind of metallic candy wrapper, and a pang of annoyance struck me. There was a trash can nearby. Why litter? But as I jumped down the steps of the bleacher, and I nearly slipped off one, came clear it wasn't trash. The colors changed as the angle of the light did. It was an iridescent purple figurine. Itty bitty and a kitty! Was it Gerard's? He was the only person I knew who collected them. I held it up to the nearest student, who shook his head. I was free for a while. Gerard was really into itty bitty kitty scene, so if it wasn't his, he'd probably know who it belonged to. One problem. No idea where his room was. Conveniently, at that moment, PBG ran off the field to get a drink, and I approached him holding the kitty in front of myself like a talisman.
Hey!
Hey, PBG, do you know Gerard's room number? I think he dropped this. I held the kitty up again, and it glimmered in the sun, much like PBG just now, with all of his physical activity. Oh, Gerard was just here. It has to be his. I asked him to bring me... I asked him to bring me my goalie gloves. I wasn't ready to take McJones's place today. His room's right across from mine. Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Hey!
Hurry it up, PBG. Ugh. PBG groaned. It wasn't much of a break.
See ya.
Gotta go. Good luck. He took a huge gulp from his water bottle and then poured the rest on his head and jumped back into the game. I do that. I pour water on my head. Because, you know, it gets hot and sweat is disgusting. Gotta wash all the sweat off. My teammate patted him on the back as he rejoined them. I placed the itty-bitty kitty into my uniform's Lilliputian pocket and headed to Bluebell. As I entered the Bluebell house, a passing boy frowned at me. Was I even allowed to be here by myself? I shook my head. There was no time to be afraid. Today, I had a mission. Just as PBG said, there was a door right across from his room. I knocked and fished the itty-bitty kitty from my pocket. Shane answered the door, not at all pleased to see me. Hi Shane, how are you? He was Gerard's roommate? Oh, why was he Gerard's roommate? Whew, I tried to laugh to defuse the situation, but it was weak. It felt like I was only making things worse. I didn't know what went on in Shane's mind. He looked at the itty-bitty kitty in my hands. Gerard should be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'll just wait in the common room. When he gets back, can you tell him to try and find me? I could read downstairs. Even if it took Gerard to get back, I could keep myself occupied. Shane sighed and leaned against the door frame. I could tell him, but it would be much easier if you waited in here. He put his hand out, gesturing me inside. Don't you want to kill me for touching the boots? Don't you want to kill me for touching them boots? Them boots made of gold? Whom Steven has boots made of gold? That is a very fiscally irresponsible purchase. Buy yourself a Nintendo Switch. Do something better. Anyway. Alright. Thanks. I entered the room and stood smack in the middle of it. Shane plopped into the chair of what must have been a desk. I sat down in what I assumed to be Gerard's chair on the opposite side. Shane swiveled around and started to click something on his laptop. Seeing he wasn't too much to small talk, I turned to observing his room. Their room was well decorated, one could say. There were a lot of itty-bitty kitties arranged neatly within the brethren of a similar design. Every empty space not filled with school-related projects or objects was covered by the pads of a cute little cat, or at least the sealed box of one. Even parts of Shane's shelves had itty-bitty kitties on them. I had to admit it was kind of endearing. Something about the dedication required was sweet. Do you collect itty-bitty kitties too? Not really, Gerard. I don't mind. I see. It's kind of niche. I'm surprised you're into them. Oh no, I don't collect them. I just found this one on the side of the field. PBG said Gerard was there earlier, so I came to find out whether or not it was his. My hastiness to disown the figure did not go unnoticed by Shane, who made a face at me. If it's not Gerard's, he'll probably know whose it is, right? It's probably Gerard's. I smoothed my thumb over the plastic kitty absent-mindedly. Shane returned to whatever he was doing online as I conversed with the figure in my hand. Who's a pretty kitty? Who's a pretty kitty? You are. Gerard came back about 2 minutes later.
Hey, Shane.
What he said. And Hana? He held 2 coffees in his hand and suddenly he turned pink. And what are you two doing in here? Alone? Together? Absolutely nothing sinful or disgusting. We are both respectful members of society. We are not deplorable degenerates of degeneracy of the... I can't think of any other words that start with D. We're not doing anything. Hana was looking for you.
Really?
Really? How can I help, Hana? He gave a copy to Shane and offered the other one to me. Here, take mine. I would have gotten you one too if I knew you were here. That's really nice of you, but no thanks. I just came here to see if this was yours. For what felt like the 10th time in a half hour I displayed the itty-bitty kitty.
Oh, wow!
Oh, yes! Gerard almost dropped his coffee as he leaped forward. I lost this today. Where did you find it? It was near the field. PPG told me you were there earlier, so I wanted to give it back to you. I handed the figure to Gerard, who looked about ready to kiss it. That's gay! Thank you, Hana. Thank you. Wait, you didn't have to do this. But you did. And I don't know what I would have done without you. It wasn't any trouble at all. It looked pretty rare.
They're special.
It's not as rare as you would think, but it's very special to me, so I'm glad you were here to find it. I probably shouldn't have been so careless. Don't beat yourself up about it. What matters now is that you have it back. Maybe zip up your pockets next time. Oh! Oh! Oh, Gerard. Oh, Gerard. Rip Gerard. He got roasted. He placed it delicately on the shelf with the other kitties that had the same iridescent properties. Gerard looked at me while I viewed his hard-earned assemblage.
Right.
Oh, duh. Gerard, you dummy. How rude of me to not at least introduce you to my collection. Sorry. In this room I have 147 itty-bitty kitties of every shape and size. Well, they need to be itty-bitty. That's only one size. Otherwise, they're not itty-bitty kitties. You dummy! Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. This is the newest set, Catastrophes. They're a band. They're really popular right now. I traded my rare extras for these the other day. They're the ones you brought back to me from... Wait, the one you brought back to me was from a set of 4 called Opalescence. Currently, they're the only shinies. They're so pretty, my gaze fixated on them. I'm just missing the last Opalescent. It's a purple one. Princess Pumpernickel. I tried everywhere, but no one has them in stock. There's only 3 copies in the world, so it's not really surprising. It's more surprising that I managed to get these ones. I have one of the most complete collections in the world. People think that the kitties companies gives me the newest figures, but I learned all my IBK. I can tell this took a lot of hard work. I'm amazed at how much effort you've put into this.
Completed.
Thanks, Hana. I wish I could get that last figure. I could finish my collection and the kitties would have all their friends together in one place. I wish I could help. Don't worry about it, Hana. This is my battle to fight. I nodded and then glanced at my watch.
See you later.
Yeah, I should go. I really want to finish that book today, but if you ever need help, I'm here. I'm here to done diddly help. I stood up and then waved to the both of them.
Bye.
Bye, Hana. Thanks again.
Bye.
See ya. Why are the voice clips not matching up with the text boxes, huh? Huh? You got an explanation for that? Thankfully, I managed to finish my book. It took more time than I expected, though, and by the time I got back to my room, it was dark outside. When I opened the door to my room, the lights were off. I flicked them on, and in the huddled form of my hugging, a stuffed purple bear appeared on her bed.
Hello.
I'm back. Mai glanced at me and then buried her face again with the bear. Was she sulking? It was unlike her to be so unenergetic. Are you okay? That doesn't sound very okay. Mai glanced at me, her face a light shade of pink, like she was holding her breath. You know, you can tell me anything. You help me out a lot, so it's the least I can do in return, right? Besides, we're friends. Mai sighed and threw the bear on the floor where it lay as if screaming in agony. It's not fair. She sighed again. I know it's terrible to think like this, but even though I'm really happy for you getting to be friends with those guys, it's just not fair. Those guys? Who? The Normal Boots Club? It's just that I've been a fan of them for so long, and I've loved Gerard forever, and then you come out there with the blue with your pink hair, and just like that, you're friends. She snapped her fingers in front of her face. But here I've been trying this whole time, and Gerard didn't even know my name. I know I'm being stupid and I feel bad, but it's still... My... Oh, jeez. Oh, no, I could destroy... Oh, I'm gonna press it! No, I'm not gonna press it. That would be rude. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna end this episode here. Anyway, that's gonna be it this episode, everyone. Ultra Gamer's back in business, baby. Ultra Gamer's got his crew back. Everything's good. Absolutely nothing to be concerned about. So, that's gonna be it this episode, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.